Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Echoes and Stories of Dhamma. Today, we'll talk about a special and ancient painting art of Kathmandu Valley, and it's called Paubhā. Paubhā, over the years and the centuries, is actually a contraction of a longer Sanskrit word, which was Patra Bata Raka. Patra Bataraka. Patra is canvas, and Bataraka means divine beings. So it's a canvas of divine beings. And Patra became Po, and Bataraka became Ba. So it's divine in flat form. So it's a divine beings represented in flat forms, and this also compounds the conversation to just two-dimensional painting, and there's no statues and no forms. And we are meeting with Lok Chitrakar, one of the sole remaining person of his family as an artist of this art. I have asked Professor Shiva Rijal to give us an introduction on Lok Chitrakar's and his reputation and the importance of his presence and the art that he's creating a legacy in the Kathmandu Valley. So let's have Shiva Rijal introducing Lok Chitrakar.
His name is Lokman Chitrakar. Lokman is simply the first name. The Chitrakar is the second family name. Chitra means painting, Kar means someone who does paintings, means painter. So these Chitrakars are the ones who have been, you know, doing paintings for temples, for all ritual occasions, for centuries and centuries, probably for millennia. They would they would be known by different names before this Newar society was Sanskritized. This Sanskritization of Newar civilization took place right after the during the medieval period. Then before Sanskritization was did take place, even then there would be family the court would employ to draw the paintings of deities. You know, these chitrakars were, since they were the painters and the rulers would hire them, and then the in the 19th century when the rulers had to, you know, go to India or Europe, or they came to know that even the British colonizers would travel with the painters, and then so the rulers also started painting. Traveling with these painters, and they were the first one to get exposed to the Western paintings. And then these Chitrakar families were also the ones who also dealt with the photography, because it was introduced in by the West in Europe first. Then in a few years it traveled to India because of, with the British officers, the colonizers, and Calcutta was the center. So many Chitrakar families which started doing that photography business, and then combined their talent with the paintings. And when modern education as such began, and they were the first one to get scholarship to go, because naturally they were exposed to paintings, and they were the ones to go to learn and then make it more sophisticated. But in the meantime, there were some families who kept quietly practicing these traditional art forms. So Lokman Chitrakar represents that legacy. But the Chitrakars of Kathmandu, they they have made the best of the technology of painting. I mean, in art, in photography, they have made the best of it, used it. The brilliant modern experimental painters and artists. But this Lokman Chitraka represents that deeply rooted, connected, and he practiced like a classical musician. He keeps on practicing in the same medium, and finds out, discovers everything new. So for him, painting is like a mantra because mantra doesn't change. You know, so he regards that as the mantra. So every time he chants the mantra in a form of painting, he comes with new finding and discovery. So for him, this painting is almost a ritual art. That's it's like more. He defines it as a sacred because that's how he's trained, and he's taking the legacy. So, but then we also come to know that when people want to buy paintings, Paubhā paintings, some may like something attractive, but then there are definitely serious lovers of Paubhā paintings who get easily is under the spell of Lok Manchitrakar's painting because it's a serious, it reflects profundity, simplicity, and people see the, the beauty in it, the magnificence in it, and Lokman Chitrakar stands out top. His career. That's how I have seen it.
So we are now going to visit Lok Chitrakar's atelier called Simrig and have a very nice power conversation with him. Stay tuned. Namaste. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So, thank you for the opportunity to meet you. It's been a while. I wanted to meet you and learn more about Paubhā. This is your Simrik atelier.
Yes.
What is the meaning of Simrik?
Simric means the dark red, crimson red.
Crimson.
And that is the red symbol of the compassion. At the same time, Nepal's national color is Simric.
Would you like to introduce yourself and Simrik and everything that presents Paubhā as part of the Newari tradition in the Kathmandu Valley?
Okay, my name is Lok Chitrakar. This Simric atelier I established in 1998. And before that, also I'm painting. Not just I started that time. I started 1974 as a professional artist. To understand this Newari Paubhā or Newari traditional art, we have to understand little Newari society.
So tell us a bit about that. Yeah.
In Newar community, there is every family has different type of professions. Most of their family name becomes as their profession. I'm Chitrakar. That means my whole ancestor were Chitrakar, that means painter. They are responsibility to paint for court, for temple, for society. This is anything Chitrakar family have to paint. For ritual also, for meditation, for telling story.
It's like it's an upaya, a way of expressing the Dharma.
Yes. To explain Dharma, to understand Dharma, this is the one means, one medium. So Chitrakars have to make also the ritual artwork, either Hindu or Buddha. They have any ritual worships and ceremony of the long years. Many rituals comes in life. Many rituals comes many families, they need any kind of art also there. Meaning we have one ceremony. For instance, some Newars have when 77 years. That time there is ceremony, and that time also many artwork is required. And the Bajracharya or Rajopadhyay, they are priest family.
Yeah.
And they make list, and this is the artwork, this is the some pottery works, this kind of list they give. And the organizer, like a patron, they bring us to the pottery things and list of the Bajracharya. And we, according to that list, we have to paint symbols of deity. That is some ritual organized by the family, and those all the symbols on the pot. I don't have right now, otherwise I can show you. Pot, there is a symbol of the heavenly gods, and that means they are the witness of that ritual.
You say that your family name is Chitrakar.
Yeah.
So this is a very old family name.
Yeah, yes.
It's originary from Kathmandu Valley.
Yeah,
Only Kathmandu Valley.
Only Kathmandu. And sometimes we see in India also, there is also Chitrakar family, Bengali, but not as same. But here ritual artwork only do any kind, another kind today, any other kinds of types of work, artwork as a aesthetic pleasure, as a fine artwork, anybody can do. But that ritual works only can do by Chitrakars.
And how has that been? Now you are the only one?
No, there are. I'm working not as a ritual artist, but as Paubhā artist. I am working now. But another Chitrakar family, they are working as a ritual artist.
Okay.
So, but not other than Chitrakars cannot be ritual artists.
I understand. So it's like a caste.
Yeah, like a caste.
It's a caste,
but not as a caste in India.
Yes, I understand. It's a caste in terms of the society development.
Yeah.
So I really am very eager to ask you, because we were talking a lot about this, the Paubhā and Tibetan Tanka and Tibetan Buddhism, and the influence of Hinduism as well. So I really would like you to help us clear a bit, so that there is a clearer understanding. Because when we look at the paintings and the Tanka, if with a very, I would say, naked eye, we can see that it's similar, but it's not similar. So I think you are the best person to explain that to us.
Yeah, Tibetan Tanka and Newari Paubhā is very similar and same time very different. So we have to understand very subtle ways, very subtle things there.
So can you explain a bit about that?
Simply, Tibetan paintings mostly painted by monks. There is a high level monks, and there is a adorned monasteries and meditation tool. That is the very, because Buddhist theme is the Buddhist theme same as here and Tibet. Okay, but theme-wise, when we see, if we don't understand the Tibetan history, we don't understand Newari art also. So both we need together, we study, not that separate. Because in the history of Tibetan, one side, Nepal is the Tibet, to transfer Buddhism to Tibet, one part is from Nepal.
Yes.
Because Songtsen Gampo married Prikuti.
Yes.
In 7th century, 644, something like that. I don't
Yes, the calendar is not precise, but yes.
And same time he married Wencheng.
Yes.
So two sides Buddhism transferred to Tibet.
Yeah.
So Prikuti took with her artists, sculptors, also monks, so many things along together. So in Tibetan history, Nepal is the one root, one part, and also Kathmandu is the
Is at the crossroad, right?
crossroad to India.
Right.
So Nepal, Newari community, mostly Kathmandu Valley. Newari community and Tibet has a long transaction history, long art history. There are many artists. We don't know many, but they are frequently artists. We don't know name of their art because they translate into Tibetan language.
Right.
So we cannot generally academically we cannot get the information. Maybe you have heard about Araniko.
Yes.
Araniko from Nepal, but before him and after him, there are many artists went Tibet, came back here. So there are many influence and many way. And in Tibet, there's one style called berry style.
Called
Berry style.
berry style.
Berry style. Berry style means Newari style. Newari schooling is the one kind of a very one of the oldest tradition of Tibetan. Until Mikyo Dorje found the Karma Gadri style, the berry style was dominating all the Tibetan Tanka. So you can see monasteries in Tibetan like Gyantse, Shalu. There are Newar schoolings. Newar artists also work there. Tibetan artists also work there. The style is the berry style. Berry style has no landscape. All the elements transform into modify into aesthetically and secretly. This is the motif way.
Okay. And
so you can see that there's a Mahakal raffle.
yes, exactly.
That behind is the flame. Iconographically, we have to understand the Mahakal is the wrathful form.
Yes.
But we don't paint very, flaming is very like a realistic way.
And what are, so the one, if I understand correctly, one distinction is one is painted by monks,
Yes.
and the other one is not necessarily painted by monks.
Yeah,
So
this in Kathmandu Valley, artist, lay person, they are artists. And they paint for court, for temple, for monastery, for everybody.
for urban art as well.
Yeah.
I mean, for public places.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so this is the very little different. And here also we practice with Hindu community like Saivism. Saivism. And Newar are Buddhist. This is Vajrayana Buddhist and Saivist mostly.
From northern Shaivism, right?
Shaivism
from basically from Kashmir as well.
It's maybe
From up north, yes.
And so when we say Hindu, mostly that Saivism and Shaktism, the female worship,
yes,
and Vaishnavism.
yes.
So these all are done by Chitrakars. So this is the and here is the system of that. We work even our caste Chitrakars are Buddhist, and all the rituals, all the ceremony, Vajrayana Buddhist. But at the same time, we have to take some basic initiation from the Hindu Rajapadya also. Nowadays, this is the collapse, but still Buddhist initiation. We say daily practice is Nyakang, and Vajracharya priest give us different type of initiations.
Wangs. So before we move a bit more, because it's so dense to understand Paubhā painting, there are, there's a methodology, there are a number of things, but I wanted you to just mention for us how you're saying this is transmitted in the family. How is it transmitted? In the sense you receive the initiation, but then you also have established the Simric atelier. So there's a teaching. So I guess you also receive this through oral tradition and through learning by doing, something like this. How
this
does
is
it work?
learning by doing, because my childhood, I grown up working that ritual without understanding. Now people say me artist, but when I started that, I don't know I'm artist or whatever.
Yes.
But I like to draw, and I have to draw also, because whole community come to us to paint something
Right.
every day, something. Even we have some kind of sickness like Harpic zoster, that we have to paint like a tattoo, not permanent, with color tattoo, like that line, 2 lines to beginning point, and that is some kind of wounds come, and then we paint line, then it cure. So this kind of society work we have to do. Nowadays different. Now I'm talking about around 60 years 50 years back.
Okay.
Because I have professionally done around 53 years continue the Paubhā painting.
So your whole life?
Whole life.
Your whole life. And in your family, everyone does it a bit?
And now I am the last in my generation.
Really?
So most of family, most of traditional work is now is they don't want to be.
They don't want to be artists. So what is?
Yeah, they don't want to be family works. Why, I don't know.
Okay.
Because this one thing is, this is little sad, we can say, but people engage with the modern education, and this need lots of time and lots of dedication. Same time, they don't get the financially strong and respected in society. When this happens, people don't want to engage in this job.
Right. Yes. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
everywhere.
change. Yes. I mean, it happens in not just with painting,
everywhere,
with Paubhā painting, but you usually also have students.
Yes,
And the students are lay people, are non-Chitrakar people then.
Yes, I had lots of suffering to learn this before. When I started painting, there's a financial problem, the education problem, and also information. I need lots of, if I know I have to paint something, I must know the detail of the iconography, the detail of the deities. If I ask somebody, there is no source, not like today. Today you can search in Google, at least you get information. But in that time, it's very, very hard to get. That's why I started to teach everyone. It's not necessary just Chitrakar, because today time is different. So the skill must be remain, at least.
And so how many students can you take?
Oh, I don't know. Nowadays, I'm not fully concentrated in teaching.
Yes.
Nowadays, I stopped to teaching because many people started to teaching. I'm just teaching now in Kathmandu University as a visiting faculty. As a faculty member, I'm teaching there, and here I stopped to. They are coming because they are practicing. I stopped to enroll new students. And because I have to complete my own paintings.
And
so
you also paint, so you are really involved in this. Now let's go back to Paubhā. So if I am looking at, for instance, this one here, the tanka there behind you, I can see Buddhist elements, but I can also see, the prayer wheels.
Yes.
I can see the stupa.
Yes.
What is there? The 8 symbols, there's 8 elements, there's Guru Rinpoche.
There are many things. Yeah.
So how are we the umbrella, but I also see somehow not a traditional
Yes.
Tibetan tanka, obviously, because it's not a Tibetan tanka.
Yeah.
Can you a little bit elaborate
Okay,
that?
first of all, I have to describe the meaning of Paubhā.
Okay, please.
How to derive the word Paubhā. It's maybe boring for another language people, but it must be said because it must be. We in our community we speak our language. That language is Tibeto-Burmese language family. Tibeto-Burmese language family. But our ritual activity, the text, all in Sanskrit. And the Bajacharya chanting, that is all in Sanskrit. Everything in Sanskrit. So the Sanskrit terminology comes into Newari, that language. And it transforms into, when we speak, it transfers into Newari language.
Oh,
So
interesting. I didn't know this. I was always wondering what is it so the Newari language.
Paubhā is one of the shortest till today, shortest, because sound comes always from long to short.
Yes.
And Patra Pataraka, that is the Sanskrit terminology.
Patra
Patra
Patar.
Pataraka, that is
Patra Patar.
Pataraka.
Pataraka.
Pataraka is the god. Patra is the flat form, that is the with message. Today we can say this is letter. So we paint in two-dimensional way on flat form. So that we paint on canvas, we paint on manuscript, palm leaf. So this is all divine drawing, that is the Patra Pataraka. So when Newari terms in medieval time, this became little short, and Patti Parada, that is the rule of the this speaking way,
Yes.
in language way. And now today it's sorting, and
It becomes
became Paubhā.
Paubhā.
Pataraka became Parada Pa, and Patra became Patti Pa Po.
Oh.
So this became Po has also meaning, Pa has also meaning. So it's meaning with sorting meaning with that. Every word the sound has a meaning. So it's becoming Paubhā.
It's like a mantra.
Yeah. Paubhā means the Patra Patara. That is the art form. Okay?
So art of the gods.
Yeah, art of the God.
Art of the
expression
gods.
of divine.
Expression
Depiction
of
of divine.
Depiction of divine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that makes a lot of. I mean, it's similar to tanka again,
Yes.
but obviously as
Yes,
now we
similar
got.
to Tanka again. And Tanka means I'm not
I mean,
a scholar of the Tanka painting, or not like that. But
yes.
Tanka is the meaning of the hanging scroll.
Right. But in terms of depiction, it's a
of
depiction
divine,
of a deity, of a representation.
and stylistic change also there is important. And Tibet has a very, very developing form of the depiction of the lineage.
Right.
In our community, there is no lineage depiction. And like Padmasambhava, like Nyingma, other, there is a Dzogchen, the tree, different kind of, there is very, very system teacher, disciple is coming. This is not.
So there are, if I understand correctly, there are more elements in the Paubhā than there are. It's not. It's an expression of divinity, of the divine, but it's not a religious.
This is a kind of its object is many. It's something similar to Tibetan society,
right?
Something similar to it's different from Tibetan society also.
Mm-hmm.
And there is so many according to where we live.
But it integrates different elements.
Yeah. So you can see it is similar, you can see it is different.
Exactly.
So
that's exactly what I have.
Not like that Tibetan is bad, Newari is good, not like that.
Yes.
Tibetan is good, Newari is bad, not like
There's
that.
There's a lot of intercrossing because I've seen some of your paintings in a video. I mean, in it's like a Mona, like the Museum of Nepal, and it's presented. You know, there are lots of. I can see lots of elements, and I see there's a lot of. There's a Hindu expression of a Buddhist deity, basically. That's what I have seen. That's my only way. That's my way of saying. So coming to talk, you know, for instance, that one, the blue is also wrathful.
Wrathful. This is Mahakala.
This Mahakala, but it's a representation of Mahakala I have never seen like this.
Yeah, this Mahakala is like you can see the background is the flame, but we use motifs, motifs to express flame. So the foliage motifs are important.
Yes, and that's maybe what I was trying to say with my bad wording, because I'm not an expert in painting, but I was saying there are more elements. So I think that's what you're. So this one.
So we have to understand the decade-wise differences, century-wise differences.
Yes.
In Tibet, well separation, not subject-wise, but stylistic separation, we can clearly understand from Karma Gadri schooling when Mikyo Dorje established the grid system, Karma Gadri style, because they draw the system very, very systematized, but never are they not systematized, all freehand. We have text, but we don't use just understand, and then we work freehand, mostly freehand. This is the practice.
Freehand. That's really a nice way of putting it. But at the same time, if I, for instance, I look here, these are very much that a Buddhist would understand. Someone who doesn't know would see these are Buddhist paintings.
Yes.
Let's put it like this, simply, like these ones. So, but there is a meditation in it. There is an element. So, what are the elements of the Paubhā painting?
Okay, for me, from my side, this Paubhā painting is not as a portrait of somebody, not as a portrait. I didn't see any deity, any bodhisattva, any Lokeshwara, or any Buddha. I haven't seen anybody. But that information is all the like a compassion. Compassion is the completely abstract. No one can show whose compassion is how. But to understand, to transfer the idea of the compassion, we make iconographic the image, like a white complexion, two hands, charity, and holding the lotus. That is Padmapani, the lotus holder. So we imagine and we make the abstract thing into concrete form of divine, as divine.
And Tara.
Tara, everything. That is the idea, like Pragya Paramita. And that is the perfection of wisdom. So we make one deity, and all dharma, the law of nature, represent as a Pragya Paramita. So here is the 108 forms of Avalokiteshvara. That is the 108 types of compassion.
These ones.
Yes, this every deity has different names, and I try to transform the backgrounds through their name.
Wow.
So there is a one thing we have to understand, that there is a looks like traditional painting, looks like copy and from the old, and we paint new. Not like that. We can create new style, new way. Even you are a good practitioner, then you can find the divine, because you understand like emptiness, how you can express emptiness. But we paint emptiness.
Yes. And so this is a very good. Now, what you're saying makes a lot of sense, and I have a lot of little coins and dots putting together, because I can not only put a face on the painting I've seen from you, but it makes a lot of sense. The sort of puzzle that I was trying to decrypt how is it? How do they navigate? So I understand it's freehand,
Yes,
and also it's basically an art. It's really art.
yes.
But as because you are a Buddhist, you are from a Buddhist lineage as well. So you have the, I would say, the inspiration and the aspiration as well to express that.
Yeah, this we have to understand. We always express into forms, forms of to show the aesthetically. Without aesthetic, any cannot their shraddha and their devotion
Yes,
doesn't
Shraddha.
emerge.
Shraddha. Yeah. So, but it's also a meditation.
Yes,
For
it's
you.
meditation, and this mostly practice. In general, who comes first, they just learn the skills. Skill is the medium. When you know well the skill, how to express what flower, what represent, the sword, what represent, then they understand the slowly. Then they can study one text. This is the simply we can say the interpretation into forms of the text. I'm not. I cannot find any image. I cannot say it like that. I need source. That is my text. Many texts we have this text. So we interpret into forms. Okay, let's say one Buddha. We haven't seen any Buddha. We haven't seen the portrait of Buddha. We just the Buddha we see the image, that is his 32 features and 80 sub features. So we try to express as much as his features into two-dimensional form. So we can put the earlobe, monk robe, and the long hand, and the usnisa, urna. So his features we try, and a golden complexion.
You're talking about the 32 marks.
Yeah,
Yes.
32 marks. That is the not portrait of Buddha.
Right.
That is the to understand
Nobody
his
has
teaching.
seen it. Yes.
His teaching. The Buddha is not his portrait, but we remember
Yes.
his all teaching when we see a Buddha are touching. So this is the all symbolic idea with the best aesthetic form, and that is we paint always two-dimension form and line basic, because this is not general nature, which is supra nature we have to express.
When you say two dimension,
Two-dimension,
only two dimensions.
yeah,
So you don't do any sculpting.
Yeah.
It's only
No. Sculpting is in the base. That is different school.
okay.
When
yeah.
I paint, it's like somebody says this is this like a feet like that.
Right.
But we generally see like this. But this is wrong way of to expression. Okay, if we make this right, it becomes three-dimensional, like a human-like. This is in this form. There's a error said like a human featuring. This looks like human, but supranature express. Like we cannot use like this elbows, this kind of feature like human like. So the divine age said that 1,000, like his bride splendid like 1,000 suns. So when we say, when we paint in realistic form, we need a source. There is shadow and there's light. So it becomes like natural. So it's a little transformed to show natural objects and to express supernatural. So like you see, it looks like somewhere, but we cannot see anywhere.
So this form of painting, this form of art is unique from Nepal, and it doesn't exist anywhere else.
Now, yeah, this is the idea, dharma idea, whether which religious you follow, no problem. The idea is all over. Today's political geography doesn't work. So this South Asia, this is called Bharat Varsha. That is not today's India. And everywhere this is the same style. Like you told, Kashmir Saivism, So there's many connection each other.
I wanted to talk a bit about what is behind me here, and which is totally different.
Yes.
So
this is when you understand the ideas of Buddhism, Hinduism, not as the materialistic world, we express into a wrathful form. That is not demon. That's the protector. Always protector must be wrath, not demonic. If you see some painting killing somebody, that is not really killing, but the symbolize of the ignorance. Like somebody holding the sword, not to kill anybody, like to kill the ignorance. And there is a cut of the relativity and absolute truth to understand those things. So there is all the symbolic. And this painting, so this is I try to show this world and another world. You can see the central part. This I express little contemporary way.
yes, there's an element very contemporary
Yeah.
there.
And I use like this. It looks like very old. You can see like I have seen somewhere this side paintings, right? And the inside that is the another world. This world we are this materialistic world, and that is the super world, another world. So compassion. Their seat is empty. That is your throne, according to your virtue and wisdom accumulation.
The compassion, right there.
That
11
is
head.
yeah. That is the started. All thing begins with the compassion. So this you can express your own way. Then, if you understand the text, if you understand, if your practice is, it's not. It doesn't come immediately.
That's why I think there's a lot of there's a lot of expression. What I can see, at least from what I have seen from your work and from what is available here, that there's a lot of representation of the divinities.
Yes.
And not necessarily the Buddha himself.
Not necessarily.
There's one or two here and there, but it's more all the other expression and the qualities and the compassion and the wisdom. And
Yes.
You spoke a lot about emptiness, and we spoke about wrathful and peaceful. The Buddhas, whether it is Amitabha Buddha or Shakyamuni Buddha, they usually come on their own.
Yes.
With all either their life around. I mean, it's a completely different way of doing it. This one is more like really the concept.
Yes, this is the all
the pillars
concept, yes,
of the teachings.
And there is many themes, lots of themes. Even one
Lots of
theme
themes.
and themes, lots of. Even one thing you understand, your life is not enough to complete.
Yes,
those themes.
yes.
So
these ones are the 108 expressions, 108 forms of Avalokiteshvara.
yes,
I'll take a closer look later. And can you mention anything here about this mandala?
okay. This mandala is on the base of one text called Hebajra Tantra. You want light?
Yes.
Hebajra Tantra.
With
yeah, much. But in might be. Sorry, I walk with your mic.
That's okay. That's why I'm interested in the the life of the atelier. The life is like this. You get the meditation, you speak about this, and then so can you elaborate a little bit on this?
Yeah, this
It's
is
very unique. I haven't seen it like this way.
There's one tradition, mandala. Okay, mandala is the every Tantra, there is in center figure, that is Hebajra. So this mandala is the Hebajra mandala. And usually when give the initiation of the mandala, what is it called, consecration or something.
Yes, yes.
And paint with sand on the ground, but that event recorded as a paint. This is a painting like hanging on wall. Actually, this is on the, we are looking as a bird eye view. In the center, there is a Nairatma, the soulless, and the Yabajra. The question of this is on the base of Yabajra Tantra, which is practiced in Nepal and Tibet. This is the Anuttara Yoga Tantra.
Anuttara Yoga Tantra, yes. And this one?
This is Mahakala. Mahakala, the great time.
But it's a unique representation of Mahakala. It's not so wrathful.
Yeah, this is the Newari schooling is feature. Like wrathful is the there is a, the 9 rasa. The 9 rasa is the some kind of beauty, comedian, so many types of expressions. So in Newari schooling is that the aesthetic and the disgusting is together, and there is actually cutting the heart of the ignorance.
Yes.
But same time, it looks like a little smiley.
Yes, there is. I haven't seen it like this. And this one?
This one is the one tradition here in Kathmandu, Newari Buddhism. There's tradition one. This is voluntarily do people, but 100,000 stupa makes with dash, and they make 100,000 and coloring. This process is they dig the mud from ground, carried by people, and they prepare to make stupa, and they make shapes of the stupa. They put all colors. Here is the ritual, and after all putting on the ground, and over that we make one stupa. So under that there are 100,000 stupas. So this is one tradition here. This I painted for Holy Cross College. They make this event.
Oh.
This is Holy Cross College in Massachusetts. In their art style, they record like this.
I see.
Who painted, when painted.
You write your own sutra.
Not sutra, but the record.
You're recording.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. This is
so
really
this
beautiful.
style is changed. This style is different. This is the one of the oldest style, very style what I said. And here is the influence from the Pahari Gangra style. That generally people say this is the Mughal style.
Mughal.
But Mughal has many schoolings. Among them, this is the Pahari and Gangra style. Because in that time, like Malla kings, they influence from the Mughals. So their costumes sometimes like Mughal, and literature also. So that time this style came. So this style is complete not in Tibet.
No. This is, you can only find this in Nepal. I don't think I've ever seen this like this. Yes. So, and this is Guru Rinpoche.
No, this is the.
No. I'm wrong.
Jambala.
Sorry. Yes. But here looks, they look.
Here I'm working. You can see it.
I wanted to, yeah.
Here's Messi.
Oh, so this is your private space.
Yes.
My goodness.
So that lines here, you can see that many lines. That is the preparation.
Yes. I'm honored. I'm really honored that you gave us this time today. This is beautiful. I was just talking about the Buddha before.
Yeah, this is the Mara Vijay, that is the temptation of Buddha.
How long does it take?
I don't know.
It's just by your inspiration.
Yeah, my plan is I try to complete next 2 years.
2 years.
And next month in June, this will be displayed in Mona without complete, like process. People don't know most process. Different artists have different process.
And then you are invited to explain?
No? Yeah, if they ask, I can. And one thing in traditionally, many things I make innovation traditional way, and something I put not new but apply in painting is new, like 10 paramita. Maybe you have heard.
The 10 paramita, yes.
10 paramita. I put here 10 paramita because I put his aura as 10 paramita because he already done that. So this is the witness. Mara asks, who knows that? So he saw the earth is witness. So the earth I transform into image.
Taking the earth as a witness, yes. And this one?
This one is Jambala.
Jambala. Similar colors. It's a similar lines as Guru Rinpoche, though.
Oh, Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche has a robe.
Yes, it has a
7 types
robe.
of robes.
Yes, it's true.
And not online.
Yes, and also I find these ones we are coming more into a Buddhist world here.
Yes. Here is
then the other one, the other ones had different elements. This one are. So this is your work over 2 years.
This is around more than 6
years.
Next
and
2
you
years I am trying.
And you had COVID time to. Thank you so much for letting us coming in, Asiganish.
This sometimes when you work, you can find new colors and new way of applying. You have since old, but not applied in art world.
Right.
Like Ghazal, we have a medicine of the eye and makeup. In the past, we make with 32 types of offs.
Right.
And one time my mother was sick and I got that black. She used to put eye, and that became in powder, and I put my binder and I tried to make how it becomes if I use color. This is suddenly I tried and I lined that is a beautiful black. So it just became, I tried a new innovation, like the one color. Since then I made black with that offs.
Wow. So you see, we were talking about, before we started this conversation, about, I was explaining why it was so important for me to meet you, because I know you're very humble, but you are very well known. If you're people who are interested in Newari painting anyway, they would know your name. So we were talking about why I wanted to have this conversation with you, and we cannot avoid having now access to completely different types of tools that are not necessarily manuals. And the skills are completely different. So AI, I don't know how is this going to develop. I don't want to put my head into this at the moment because we are in transition, but definitely all the little skills you're talking about and the inspiration you're taking from, your mother, this and that,
and so many things.
All this mixing up. Oh, let's see what kind of color can I have. I'm not sure this is going to stay long, and also the reproduction of this can be, as I said, we can go on artificial intelligence, any tools, and say, show me something about Paubhā and show me something about a tanka. And so in half a minute, I'm getting an image, but I'm not getting the heart. So I'm very humbled that you gave us this time. So if you want to tell us a bit what you think about the artists and the skills.
This is one is whatever, however developed technique and modern like AI. So that is the medium for to easy, comfortable, but the idea from the human idea you cannot see, and this is the and how to say this skill. From Kathmandu Valley, people don't know much, and somebody go to India, and then they think that they already come Nepal also. They things, but completely different.
Completely different.
And here is
yes.
a very very tiny, subtle things. Very joyful thing is very small, but you have to feel coming, touching, talking. That is the you cannot express in words, express in just media, and express in AI. That's not. So Kathmandu Valley is such a place you have to come, you have to
Yes.
feel.
Yes.
The feeling is you cannot express. Feeling is your own. So my whole painting idea is like if it's not necessary to he must be Buddhist or Hindu or he understand all the art forms, not necessary. But my aspiration is that just he look and he enjoy which from far my color is so beautifully color always come together, come close to me. The painting must be said like that.
So there's a connection, yes,
Yeah.
with the painting. It's your heart expression.
Yeah. And they come together, they start to see tiny and the
Yes.
motifs and so many things, or they lost in a few minutes. If they forget himself and happy for just a moment, that is, I feel I'm success. So I don't have to say that I painted this. I'm just medium because this line is not my painting. The color is not my painting. If we can say a whole painting, but if you separately you try to find what is my painting, nothing you will find nothing. So why I must be
This is a
ego?
teaching. This is a teaching you're giving. Yes, yes, that's really true. It's also like you are the messenger, like you were saying
Yeah.
earlier.
I'm
And
just
also,
a medium.
you are the medium. You are the upaya. Can you show us a bit the next door where they preparing the canvas?
Canvas preparation.
The
Drawing.
figures. Yes,
Yeah,
the drawing.
yeah. Sure, you can ask them too.
I see. So you're starting with the pencil. You're starting with the pencil first, and then you go on black to make the lines. This is very important skill, really.
Center ठेक्का अलि फिट क्यान्सल जान्छ सेन्टरमा ओपी लाइन तर सेन्टर चाहिँ पर्फेक्ट झिक्का ए जुस सेन्टर ठेन क्या सेन्टर ठेन क्या मार्क या मार्क ठन चाहिँ ठ्याक्क मार्क या मलाई अहिले ठुमार्क या हुँगा बेसे चाहिँ बताया 90 डिग्री अलियार के वो सेन्टर ठन्डिङ प्याउ मलाई ठना नपाया अल्थो चाहिँ ठ्याक्क रेक्ट्याङ्गुलर आज या चाहिँ झुकी मुझु आठन ठन्न तो मिले मलाई मलाई आज झिके मेरो बेस मर्जा कसो न्यूज को तो लाइन लो नहीं लाइन चेंज मर्जी को ठेना ठ्याक्क ठो मिलेन होला तो लाइन मिले जो नि झिके सो बेस ठेना या Then I yeah that to find to find to go na pa yam ha ale to line da da ni ale to guli do thanna uliat ke thanna uliat ti line pa sa ale batan check ale na pa ya pencil ska line ni ti ni na pa ya ada moruli sonde ke ma
All right, so these are the 108 expressions of Avalokiteshvara. Let's see one of them. It is like a gompa here. It is like a, so, yes, it is like a monastery. It's like a sacred place, I would say. There are so many art is an important form of expression, this painting. So I don't want to, but I think it's time to take leave from you. So how am I so humbled that you had this time for us today. Is there anything that you would like to say that I haven't asked you, but do you really would like to share with us, and that it comes into the line of, the skills and the practice or something? Because it's very rich, and 1 hour with you cannot be the whole, we cannot grasp the whole Newari culture and the Paubhā culture in just 1 hour. But just seeing the art and listening to you, I feel like there's a wealth. So if there is anything else you would like to say.
For this kind of art is not just art for art's sake, not like that. This art is for life. We have always painting or another art form is not different from our daily life. And so the all image is, for instance, people sometimes it's religious art and little avoid. Not like that. This is not like religious art. This is all the expression of the philosophy, and this without this maybe we have a little missing something. This is the what is called some like we can toss this kind of things, but the art idea is that we cannot. The skill is we cannot show. We cannot. But when it need the skilled people is need. So we have to preserve those skilled people.
Yep.
And not just for religion, not just for the art scenario. This is the old technique, old skill, and this is need to transfer. And we all are not are very like we say, however we say freedom and so many things. Not like that. We have ancestors. We will have the new generations. Like we got this life from the ancestor. Like also this all the property. This is the assets got from the ancestor, and we have to add something there as a good human, and we transfer to new generation. This all are happening, but this kind of art also preserve, and not just for the aesthetic pleasure, but the good life, right livelihood.
Yes, and this comes back to what you were saying earlier, is that this is not my painting, I'm just a messenger.
Yes.
But I think this is the epitome of the Buddhist teaching. You're doing it. You're doing for the well-being of everyone, and what it is you're just like a transition between the past, the present, and the future, and at the same time, your whole life, this is how you offer this, the Dharma.
This
The
is
Dharma
where
in
we
the
just
daily life.
simply we can say the compassion is a very big word, but we tried.
Yes.
Very very small. And we must work for other also, because if there is no other, not safe also.
I'm very humbled that you gave us the time to meet with us. I feel it's been more than more than an hour, and at the same time, I wish I didn't have to go now. But I know you're very busy, and your time is important also. So thank you, really, namaste. Thank you so much. And one last thing is that I was reflecting the other day, because in Kathmandu, you saying earlier, you can go to India and think that it's like Nepal, but it's not like Nepal. It's very different. There is one thing here that is, which I think is critical also to be preserved. Is this, you're talking about skills? Okay, there are many skills, and there are many lineages and many, I would say, castes, in the sense of those skills and those lineages: the iron, the pottery, the painting, the murals, the wood and everything. And it is still today so lively. You go in some areas of Kathmandu, and it really feels like it hasn't changed for the past 50 years. The skills are still there, and the manual work is still there. And I think this is in the richness of the country and the knowledge of the people, because I think it's one of the most, from what I understand, it's one of the most diverse country ethnically in Asia. So everyone comes, it's like a crossroads, so it's fomenting of art. So thank you, and you're one of them. So thank you really, humbly from my heart, yes, to have met you. Do you mind I take a bit of actual picture?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So now, can I move?
Yes, you can move.
So you can.
And I will take a